Hey, welcome. I just heard some noise. Hey, welcome to Bears Banner. My name is Bernard. Tonight we got Christian, the QB coach, on our broadcast tonight. We got Guy. We got Jay. Plank might be joining us shortly. I think Mike can't do Fridays. What's going on with y'all tonight?
A whole lot
I'm
of
John.
a whole lot of rain.
A lot of rain.
Yeah,
Hey, we'll
man.
take we'll
I'm
take
enjoying the Friday.
hey,
Yeah,
we'd
you
like to
know,
thank
yeah.
everybody who's tuning in tonight to Bears Banner Talk Show. As we're gonna do a recap of the game where the Bears lost to the Browns 20-17. But at the beginning of the broadcast, we're gonna do a 2-minute drill with Cristen Jones, the QB coach, because we didn't get a chance to do a clip this week. Hey, Christian, where you want to start at?
Um, it's up to y'all. We can talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. We can delve into it, and then we can get into the video. It's up to you.
Okay,
It's up
okay.
to y'all.
Okay, so hey, let's start with the video, and we start off with that first one you sent me, Christian. Okay,
Yeah, let's do it.
okay, all right. So we're gonna add it. Let me hit pause on that. Okay,
Yeah,
you want me to just
go
let it
back a little
run, or
bit.
you want me to rewind it, or how you want me to work this?
Yeah, let's rewind it, and then we'll pause it.
Okay, okay, I'm about to hit play.
All right, bet. All right,
Okay.
let's get in it. I'm blessed that the number one wide receiver Jay is on the show tonight. Jay, do you know what that is? Because I don't. I'm not even being funny. I don't know what that is. I don't know. Like you replay that, big bro. Because
Rerun it. Okay.
I don't know
Yep.
what that is.
That's the football version of a sausage party because all the guys are together.
Hopefully, it's not moving real slow. And I think he's
I
asking
don't.
about.
Yeah, the route. I don't know what
The,
concept that is.
the route concept.
I don't know.
The
I
route
don't know what
concept.
that. I don't know what that is, bro. And that's what I was struggling with. I don't even know like who's number one in this. They running the same thing,
They,
and
they,
my biggest thing was too. Why is that so deep,
I allow Mike Martz. That's a Mike Martz play right there.
man? But still,
That's definitely a Mike Martz play.
Even Mike March stuff made sense.
Yeah,
It looked like they got two guys running post routes.
they got two guys, and I mentioned that last week, Kristen, that a lot of these routes that Getsy run, they everybody wind up on top of each other. You know, you're running a 15-yard slant, and then you got somebody running a 12-yard square, and it's almost
But,
like, what sense do that make? Because they're gonna wind up in the same area.
right, but who is he even supposed to throw to?
Exactly, because a lot of times with concepts like this, what happens is if he throws the ball too high, the short guy that's running the shorter route, thinking the
Right,
ball is for him, he's gonna jump and then he's going to put his hands up, and the person that the ball is actually for, which is the deep guy, he ain't gonna see. He's not gonna get the ball, or he's not gonna be able to see it. He's gonna be interfered with as far as like his vision. So yeah, a lot of guessy concepts. I mentioned that on the show. I believe that was last week or week before last, where you always wind up with two receivers in the same spot.
yeah. I'm sorry, Bears Banner. I really tried. Normally, I can figure stuff out because everybody run the same stuff. But this, when I watched it the first time, I was like, "Oh, that's just a deep dagger." But there is no dagger at all.
Right,
I don't know
right,
what that is. And
right.
then two, they in mass protection. Normally, as you were saying last week, you can run things in the same concept with different
In
formations,
different formations.
but the rules don't change. Everything is the same. You can do it
Right.
many times as you want to, but everybody knows what they're supposed to do. If y'all see right there, if you rewind it just a little bit, bro, you'll see you got three linemen on one Browns defender, and now you got that one linebacker who decides to now he wants to
Now he
go
gonna
in the
blitz.
pressure. Right, and that's why. So Justin probably could have, even with this terrible concept, could have probably did something a little bit more, but he ended up having to rush the throw and max protection because I don't think they repping even max protection enough for guys. Because You normally when you see max protection, 9 times out, especially in NFL, that gets picked up, that gets blocked. That
Yeah,
don't like you don't never see nobody get like for real, unless it's a cover sack or you got a quarterback who just messed up. But 9 times out of 10, it gets blocked. This out, you got 3 guys on one dude to your right. If you look, if
yep,
everybody look to their right, you
yep,
got
right
three
here.
guys, and that was one of the first things that I saw. I was like, something not right with this. And then when I started playing it, I was like, okay, so the protection broke down. Then I went to the second level and I was trying to watch the route concept to see, okay, what happened on the back end. Maybe it was a coverage set. I'm like, no, I don't know what this is. I ain't never seen nothing like this. It's not a drive concept because the drive concept, is more wide receivers and it's almost like a flood. It's like a cousin of a flood. So it's not a drive concept. It's not a dagger. And then two, my main thing is why is this that deep though? I
Yeah,
don't, it
yeah,
ain't it's
yeah.
nothing that's even tricky about this to even think that you're going to like confuse a defense or make them make a mistake. You
Right,
running there at the
right,
defenders.
right.
Yeah, I don't know what was the down and distance on this play, but definitely the guy at the top of the screen, by the number 40. When I say top, for those who are looking, um, he got so much space between him and the D back. He really could break that route down right there and just sit in that zone.
Man, he
Mhm.
he he
Yeah,
could have ran a whip route. He could have ran an outside comeback, post
right.
comeback. He could have ran a post in. He could have ran anything. He could have
Yeah,
ran a double move. 9 times out of 10, that too. When you do like max protection like this, normally that's a double move because you need time to be
You
able
need
to
time.
complete
You need
that.
time to right, right. You need
This
time.
and we
You
wasn't
need
even
time to adjust.
yeah. This wasn't even that. So I don't even know what this was, and that's why I picked this play because I was hoping Jay was gonna be on here, and I really wanted to ask you, bro, if you knew what this was, because
I
I
have no
I
idea
I want to cuss, and I don't normally do that because I don't know what this is for
because
real.
Hey B, can
because
you rewind that all the way to the beginning, man? The beginning of
because
the play.
okay.
because this
Is it
too,
moving normal
the
speed?
man on the
So,
outside, this too, the man on the outside, like you said, Bernard, he
mhm.
actually, but see, that's when you have that's when a relationship between a quarterback and a wide receiver
Mhm.
comes into play.
Mhm.
And don't get me wrong, Justin didn't have time once again on this play in max protection, but I can't see it, but I believe there's DJ Moore up there.
Yeah,
Just
that's DJ.
It's like
He's
Yeah,
in the
okay,
middle.
okay. There's no way that this wide receiver should have not broken that pattern off. There's no way.
Right.
He
right.
got too much. He has too much separation between him and the defender, and he's going to continue to run right in the defender's lap.
Who is that? Who is that in the middle right there? Which receiver's in the middle?
I don't know. I thought it was Mooney, but I'm not
See,
100%
here's
sure.
my
Or it
problem,
could
man. It was
or it
I
could
can't.
yeah, I
be
can't
or
see
it could
it.
be Scott.
Right.
It's one of them.
Here's my other problem too. Like I can't remember who it was who were watching the game, and you could tell whoever it was who were playing. The quarterback, the route wasn't going to be the route. It was a tight end. The tight end just knew it was a spot and stopped and sat there. That guy in the middle, as he's running, when he hits the 40-yard line, he should be looking back because he could kind of cut off because your deep guy is far enough to whereas if you zip it, he's not going to catch it. And the other guy, if Justin throws it to his left shoulder, there's no way he's going to get it. But as I'm looking, this guy hits the 40-yard line and it just is doing this. So now you didn't knock the other options down. It's just like that
Oh,
marriage, like you said, when guys, quarterbacks, and receivers have that relationship, they'll automatically know, dude. If you on his left side of his shoulder, y'all running side for side, the deep man is sitting, I'm gonna hit you right there 10 yards out every time.
Yeah,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Kristen, let's move to the next play. We
yeah.
got another play we're gonna bring up. Hold on, let me see if I could bring this one on. Okay.
That's why I said that was a football sausage party because everybody all do, they all together
Man,
do the same thing.
So this play here,
that was
this play is
terrible.
interesting right here. I know it was some debate about this play. Watching this play, as a matter of fact, I actually got blamed by saying that I was blaming everything on Justin Fields. And y'all can tell me what y'all saw. When I saw this play live originally, I thought Darnell Mooney didn't block. But when I watched this play and I looked at the lineman feet on how they really didn't move far off the line, it looked like to me it was no RPO because he came out too fast and he didn't put it in there. This was a play action. This was not an RPO. This was a play action to the left, and he was going to boot back to the right. And to me, it looked like it was going to be a high-low route where DJ Moore is playing closer to the line inside, and he was going to wire on a high route, and Mooney was going a low route, and that was going to give him two options to throw. That's what it looked like to me because nobody blocked up field, and they looked like they went into pass protection. But
this probably was Jesse's best play call in this game. Yeah. It just wasn't executed. This was probably his best play call because when you run it, you will see how this wide receiver is all of a sudden running by himself.
Okay.
He's literally running by himself.
Let me hit play. Hold on, because I'm sharing the screen. The play might be here. Hold on. I think it may be here. It gets a little weird when I share a screen. Okay. There we go.
Boom, right there. Wow. That's what I was talking about during the game when we lost. I was like the one, because I don't know if it was Jay or somebody else that mentioned it. I look back at it, I'm like, well, he is wide open.
But so okay. I like the design. So everything went wrong in this.
Yep.
The design, nothing wrong with the design, but as I was telling Big Bro, the personnel, the execution was terrible, but the personnel was messed up too. He should have went 12 personnel in this because there's no way that I would have tried to rub in a short yardage game with Mooney. Why you didn't put Tanya over there, or you could have used Komet, you know what I'm saying? And if you know, I would have done that. Then too, Justin, as I was telling Big Bro too, his mechanics was terrible. Normally when you boot out, you want to be about 7 to 8 yards. That dude was at 6. That's why when he tried to turn that corner, he couldn't. Because he was already on that, the defender was already on him. He couldn't do nothing. His fundamentals was bad. I'm pretty sure he would tell you, like, yeah, if I probably got deeper than that, I probably would have been able to do something. But that can tell you already he predetermined that he was gonna run. Which I don't got a problem with. Exactly. I don't got a problem with, but you can tell he predetermined that because all his whole mechanics, everything didn't look fluid. It looked rushed. It looked like I'm about to get this first down. We need the first down. I'm trying to win this game. X, Y, and Z.
Right. So that's why I said that too, Christian. I'm glad you shared that because I thought that too because he didn't sell the fake long enough, and he came out so flat to the line. He didn't loop at all. That's why the guy was able to hit his legs. But like you mentioned about 12 personnel, I'm thinking if it was a design run, that you would have had Tanya to somebody to come down and chip down on that block versus Mooney. That's what makes me think this was really a design pass play.
That's what I'm saying too.
It right away, like, hey.
But see, Mooney. Mooney also said that the guy that was defending DJ didn't follow DJ. Mm-hmm. So it was almost like the Browns really kind of foiled the play, not knowing that they actually foiled the play.
Mr. Magoo.
So but you know what though? But you know what though, Jay? If you're a defensive coordinator, F that. You on the field as a player, you DB, and you see Mooney out there in short yardage, you know they're not gonna run no ball.
Yeah,
it was personnel. You not running no ball in no bunch, in no tight bunch, bro. You're not gonna do that. If I see Mooney out there, bro, I'm running straight through his chest because you're not passing. You come on. You're not running. I mean, you're not running. I'm running right through his chest because you're not. I mean, you're not gonna like. Come on now. That's dumb. That was just dumb. Right, I would have done that.
Let's run it again. Hold on. Hold on. What's going on?
And you saw DJ Moore at the end of the play. He just threw his hands up like, wow.
Yeah.
Run again. Now watch the linemen. Nobody really, everybody blocked down. Nobody goes up the field.
Wow.
And look how DJ and Mooney both kind of curl in initially. But Mooney, like he's trying to dodge him. See, his footwork looked like he was trying to break off a route, right? But oh boy didn't bite. Oh boy didn't bite on it. Oh boy just kind of does.
And you know what,
That's
Bernard, you're right. It's interesting as you look at this. It almost looked like this line is like run blocking.
Correct.
It was.
So even maybe when Mooney explained it, he might have just been covering because it looked like it looks like the entire line is blocking. They blocking down. They're not even. It's not even they sitting up the pass block. It's like everybody's blocking down.
They went. That was straight play action. Because they wouldn't. Yeah, that. So, again, the scheme was good, but good God, if I promise you, you had Cole Kmet in there on that, you probably would have got a different reaction out of that. Because that dude wouldn't have been able. He ran right. I'm telling you, like if you see Mooney out there, you're not thinking they about to run no ball.
right. Okay, let's stop sharing.
And that play should have never happened anyway because they should have kicked the field goal. So that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so sick of people talking about some. Oh, he asked our kicker Santos if he can do. First of all, is if he he just missed. It ain't gonna hurt us. But if one of our players would have got hurt on that play, if Justin would have got his ribs broken because they don't give him no calls, then what? Now you lost your starting quarterback, and now we got to put Bajan in, and we already know weak arm. He wouldn't have been able to survive against the Browns, because I counted about a good 4 sacks that Justin got out of because of his athletic ability. Bajan would have been hurt.
Justin was pressured 29 times. He was the most of his career high for him in the game. He was pressured 29 times in that game, and 8 of those pressures was given up by Cristen Jones.
And I got one more point, and I'm gonna be quiet. I promise you. You got Joe Flacco running RPOs. That man ain't no RPO quarterback. Then you got Joe Flacco. They moved the pocket for him after the man was getting abused by our defensive line the whole game. But yet you keep Justin drop back the whole game. I did see some max protection, but it was terrible. But why didn't you move the pocket? I would have, if you got to run flood the whole game, run flood the whole game. That defense is one of the best defenses in the NFL. And then too, you got away from the run game. So what if you get 1 or 2 yards? You got to keep at it. They did it.
Yep.
The Browns did it, and they came back and won the game. You're not gonna get a 100-yard game, 200-yard game all the time. Everybody knows this. But you don't get away from it. It's like he got away from it. It's like, bro, you knew you was gonna get into that, but you got to still make them honor it. He might pop one. You never know. But you just don't get away from it. That pissed me off. So that's all I had to say about that. The Browns, you saw an offensive guy who knew what he was doing, and Kevin Stefanski. He said, all right, we got 3rd and 4th and practice squad linemen out here. We're gonna move the pocket, and Joe gonna have to make a play. That's the best I can do for you. You got stupid Getsy who don't understand nothing, gonna keep Justin in and scat protection. That means five-man protection. You only go max protection here and there, and you don't roll them out. Not one time in the second half. They lost that game for us. I said it. Flus and Getsy lost that game for us.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm mad Plank ain't on here because last week we as we was diving into the post game and we dove into some of the stats, but nobody failed to mention the Bears gave up 212 yards passing in the 4th quarter. and everybody, Tammy, I hope you watching too. Everybody, well, the defense played well enough to win. The defense played well enough to win. Keith, they got 3 interceptions and a return touchdown. They did their job. No, they didn't. They gave up 212 yards passing to Joe Flacco in the 4th quarter. So no, they didn't do that.
Yeah, it is. I get that point. I get yours as well. So I definitely get where you coming from. I get where they coming from too. An aspect of the defense was out there a lot because we kept having consecutive 3 and outs. So both of y'all, in my opinion, make really, really compelling points that I wouldn't say neither one of y'all wrong with. I'll agree with both of y'all because the defense definitely did. Because that pass to what's his name, the dude that came from Alabama, Cooper. It was 3 people right there. I don't know how Buddy didn't get tackled. It was 3 guys right there. I don't know how that happened.
I don't know how Flacco completed the pass. That's
that
what
too.
That pass was what you call a anticipation, hoping that he was going to find that window. And Flacco, being a veteran quarterback that he is, I mean, the dude is I think he got close to 45,000 yards career passing. So it ain't like, I mean, although he's 38 years old, I mean, he still know how to throw the football.
Yeah.
But that touchdown pass to Amari Cooper, that was something special.
Hey, did any of y'all see the one of the YouTube watchers asked, did we see the comments made by Michael Parsons on?
Absolutely, I saw it. I saw it, and I agree with it. He was just saying that you don't basically. I'm paraphrasing. He was just saying, you know, it'd be idiotic for us to get rid of Justin Fields because he can play, he can ball, and I agree with it too. I agree with that statement. Y'all know I love Justin Fields, but this is the thing. Okay, so you got DJ Moore, who's 27. You got Cole Kmet, I believe he's about the same age, right? Then you went out and got Sweat. He's about the same age. If you go get a rookie quarterback, you're not going to be on the same age length as your quarterback. So when he does get good, you got to find guys to replace them. And I don't think nobody thought about that.
I'm just afraid that they're gonna move on from Justin and they're gonna bring a rookie in. But my thing about the whole thing is who's gonna develop the quarterback. The Bears have not been able to develop a quarterback, no matter who it's been. So that's gonna be the thing. Who's gonna develop the quarterback?
Is that Jay? And I know you know because you've been doing this a long time. If he was Peyton Manning, Andrew Luck, none of us would be sitting here having this conversation. But none of them boys is like that. So I ain't even trying to. That dude Baker Mayfield at best. He just like Baker Mayfield. Y'all go back and watch Baker Mayfield when he came out of the draft. They were saying the same thing. Baker Mayfield was doing the same thing as Caleb Williams. Don't do that. Don't do that. I wouldn't do that.
You know what? Here's the comparison, though. I will say, I don't want to say what the Bears going to do because I really don't know, to be honest. But I'm going to say is Cleveland gave up on Baker Mayfield, and they moved on.
Rightfully so, though. He was trash there. He was trash there, so big bro.
I was to mention the fact that there has been quarterbacks that have been drafted either before Justin or the same time as Justin that are white quarterbacks, that those teams gave up on them quick. So I know it's racism in the NFL, but I'm saying the Bears have given Justin Fields every opportunity. If they bring him back next year, they're giving him an opportunity. Now, we may debate if they're developing him, but they have not pulled him out of a game like they did some of these other quarterbacks. They haven't pulled him out of a game like New York has done their quarterback. They haven't pulled him out of games like San Francisco that's gave up on Trey Lance right away. We know they found replacements, but I'm saying the Bears have not played this game of pulling them out the game to say, we benching you. So to me, they're at least giving him an opportunity to show what he has, regardless if they're not developing him. That's my point.
And,
Just
and
Justin Fields has.
my thing
Go ahead, bro.
is, they talk about generational talents and all this stuff. I get so sick and tired of hearing about that.
Me too.
The point that I'm trying to make is Baker Mayfield played under who?
Lincoln Riley.
Riley.
Yeah. All his quarterbacks been trash.
Hold it. Little man. That's what I call him. Kyler Murray. Who did he play under?
Oh, yeah. Lincoln Riley.
Who Caleb Williams played under?
Lincoln Riley. I already know where you're going with this, bro. I'm on the same wavelength.
Baker Mayfield was what? Baker Mayfield was what?
Short.
First pick in the first round, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Kyler Murray. What was he drafted at?
Short.
Number one.
First
What was he drafted at?
He's number one.
First
Caleb Williams. They said he the first. Okay, I rest my case.
Yeah.
I already know he's going. I agree with you. I agree with you.
And also, you know what? Then I don't want to stay here too long. I will say this about Caleb Williams. The narrative was created from Caleb Williams for 2022. Caleb Williams had an awesome year in 2022. He was a Heisman Trophy winner. There was talk that he may be the first person to double up on it since Archie Griffin. There was talk about him maybe winning it 2 times in a row. I think at that point, everybody, the talking heads on TV, stuck with that narrative that he was going to be better than he was last year. He was not better than he was last year, but they're still talking like he was better. Matter of fact, you can show how he wasn't better than he was last year. He didn't even make it to the Heisman finalists this year. If he was at least better, he would at least made it to the finalists to be in the conversation. He wasn't even in the conversation. So to keep saying that he's a generational talent, to me, is you're stuck in 2022. And to me, with quarterbacks, and coming out of college, you're as good as your last year in college is. I don't care. Matter of fact, I'll give you some example. Rex Grossman played lights out maybe his sophomore year. Rex last 2 years was kind of garbage to me. But you went off, the Bears went off what Rex showed his first year starting, and not how Rex looked his last year starting. So to me, you have to look at quarterbacks on how they're playing in that current year. They're coming into the draft, and not how they looked the year before, because there could have been a different receiver and all kind of stuff that made that quarterback look better.
And I want to add to that. Jordan Addison actually made Caleb Williams. That's what happened with that. Jordan Addison actually made him.
I want to add to that. I agree with y'all. We gotta stop using that word generational talent. It's disrespectful. And the reason why I say that is because those that are generational talents, you see it because they look like pros in college. That man had a good year, but he never looked like no pro. You go all the way back to when Dan Marino was at Pitt. That dude didn't look like he deserved to be in college.
Perfect example.
He was doing stuff that you don't see college quarterbacks do. When Peyton Manning, Michael Vick, they were doing stuff that you don't see guys do. So when y'all use generational talent and you say Caleb Williams, it's like, no, stop saying that. He just made some nice plays that, normal people can't do that. Okay, cool. But he don't do that all the time. Michael Vick did what he did all the time. Peyton Manning made those passes all the time. We got to stop saying that.
Yeah, he had a lot of.
I didn't know Caleb Williams was only 6'1". He's only 6'1".
I don't even think he's that. Maybe I made a post. I said, maybe I made a post like in November or something. I said that dude ain't 6'1". He gotta be about 5'10". He looked like he the same height as Russell Wilson. To me, he does. He looks about the same height as Russell Wilson.
Yeah. Only other thing I'd say about him, I mean, I know we weren't trying to get into the quarterback thing. I think a lot of times when you look at quarterbacks like him that play in college, when I say like him, it's guys who able to make off plat off
Off
platform
platform
throws.
throws.
Okay,
Yeah,
to me, it's almost
but
like he became a parody of himself from the previous year. The all platform throws last year was stuff when stuff was breaking down and he made some throws. This year, I swear, every other play seemed like it was an off platform throw. The reason he was getting sacked all the time, right? He was dropping the ball constantly by his side, scrambling, and just kind of like playing sandlot football. And he was fumbling a whole lot because why? His
yeah,
fundamentals was breaking down a lot because he was just kind of like just freelancing a lot. Freelancing doesn't work in the NFL consistently.
it does
Now,
not. It does
if you
not.
have breakdown, if you could, make some wild throws, that's great. But you can't make a living making wild throws. They not designing an offense for you to make wild throws every play. Those guys going to catch up with you. And to me, a guy who gets sacked a
Yeah,
lot in college,
Mhm.
you have to be worried about him because most college quarterbacks actually hold the ball too long.
Hey,
they
let me
do.
make two analogies. Actually, I can remember back there, especially like in '81, like Marino was actually pretty good. But the thing was,
Was
they had a lights out Jimbo Covert and Bill Frelick on the offensive line. Them dudes was like, psh. So it was like as good
yeah,
as Marino was, that's all they talked about. Number two, the one thing with Vic even admitted it, after he kind of went through the whole dog thing and talked about it, he said he never studied the playbook. Like, it's an interesting
right.
thing. Now, he may have even did the little backyard thing, but the difference being between that is your boy Jerry Glanville was smart enough to look like I always had that teaser joke about Vic. He run, don't do it, don't go, go, go. And he was like, let me see. I got something interesting here. So he did like your boy, the coach of the water boy. Now he started making plays, offensive blocking schemes, putting receivers in certain things that matches his skill set. The problem, and going in what you guys are saying, I have a problem with generational talent because even a person that doesn't even watch football knows what generational talent looks like. Now, if they said,
Right.
okay, he has the best skill set for this level to complement what we're doing right now. Then what happens is this. Now you get to look in, and if I'm smart enough, now in a way it kind of puts the onus on the coach because now it's like he's got this skill set. If you drone this in people's heads and you got a guy like Justin Fields and you keep talking pocket quarterback, even your average fan is going to be like, okay, he can learn that in the offseason, but right now, play to his strengths.
Yeah. Can I make one last point? I promise y'all I'll be done. Um, I'm tired of hearing that we passed up on C.J. Stroud and Bryce Young. No, we did not. Stop saying that. We got to learn to give people credit and give organizations credit for putting people in good positions and saying we just didn't know. Um, you go look at the Texans offensive line and you look at their offensive coordinator, it'll make you rethink making that statement. Because their offensive line ain't trash. He might not got the best wide receivers, but if you got time to throw the ball, you're gonna be successful. You're gonna do some stuff. Two, no disrespect to who they play, but they have not played world beaters. Okay. Three, it seems that everybody is doing something that the Bears should have done. Go poach a coach from the San Francisco 49ers organization because them dudes seem to know what the heck they're doing. Because
Yeah.
I mean, you look at Mike McDonald, he's doing good. Bobby Slowett, he was a quarterback coach, he's doing good. I think that's what we need to be doing. But that's what I wanted to say. We got to stop saying that because we didn't pass on them dudes. He'd be trash if he was here. CJ Stroud would be trash if he was
Which is
here.
the same thing.
He
Which
would
is the
he
same
would
thing.
struggle.
Which is the same thing I said about when people talk about the Bears passed up Patrick Mahomes. Okay,
No, we did not.
who's he gonna be throwing to? Who's he gonna be?
Right.
It wasn't no Tyreek Hill here. It wasn't no Travis Kelce here.
No.
It amazes me how, no disrespect, but Bears fans are really delusional. And because they just always talk about, well, the Bears passed up this. No, they didn't. Because guess what? If everybody thought that Patrick Mahomes was going to be what he was, he wouldn't have fell all the way where he fell.
But you
He
know what,
wouldn't.
that's
TJ, here's another
That's
thing.
it.
And another thing that they have, which is interesting, and it goes into sometimes you almost kind of get lucky. I think they had the Bears had Jay Cutler-Rodgers because you know what? One of the big things about Patrick Mahomes coming out of college is he forces too many balls in double coverage.
Yeah, that's what they were saying.
And because of that, and I think that's why the Bears didn't get him. But then now he comes to a guy in the system, and he wouldn't have been nothing if he's with us.
Again,
we passed on Sean Watson. That's who that's who we passed on. We passed on Deshaun Watson. That man beat Alabama twice in college. And they in that time they had 14 defensive players that went in the first round.
Yep.
That's who we passed on. He beat them twice. I ain't trying to hear nothing about no Patrick Mahomes. That dude was at Texas Tech. Did nobody know who he was? Wasn't nobody watching. What conference they playing? Big 12. Yeah, wasn't nobody watching them.
I don't even
yeah,
know.
wasn't nobody watching them.
Like I tell people,
we seen that national championship game though.
Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes was the 5th rated quarterback coming out of that 2017 draft. I still say that he was the 5th rated quarterback coming out of that draft.
I only claim the fact. My only bumble is they actually thought that Mitch Trubisky was as good as he was. If you take Mitch Trubisky out the picture,
Mitch Trubisky was the number 1 ranked quarterback coming out of that draft.
If you take him out completely, it's the difference. We might have gotten Deshaun Watson.
Yeah. So that's to me, that's kind of a prime example of what I almost feel like we Bears fans are being baited into. They're being baited into, and I'm not saying Caleb ain't gonna be good. I don't have no idea, but it seems like Bears fans are being baited into this same thing with Mr. Trubisky. Nobody watched North Carolina football, so how do we even know? I'm just saying, even as a person who watched college football, man, I doubt unless somebody just went back and watched some highlights. Most of us probably ain't watching no North Carolina football.
And a lot of people ain't watching no USC football. A lot of people ain't watching no USC football either because it don't come on till 10:30 at night.
It come on pretty late. So I will say this.
You either watching Big Ten games or SEC games. You ain't watching no ACC. That's college basketball. You're not watching no basketball conference football. You watching the SEC or Big Ten. You ain't watching, and it ain't back in the day when Pete Carroll was at USC and when Mac Brown was in Texas, and that's 1990s, early 2000s. We ain't watching that. We watching Bama, Georgia, and Big Ten. That's it. You ain't paying attention to nothing. So you right. I'm not hearing that either.
The only reason why you watching anything on the West Coast, if you club on the TV and see Oregon's uniforms, you just stop because like the uniform suite, or you watch Boise State at home. It's like, man, they feel look tripped out. But outside of that,
I'm not watching them.
Yeah, I would say this year I've actually watched about 5 games Caleb Williams played in from start to finish. Not a highlight. I watched it.
Right.
I probably watched about 6 or 7 Michael Penix Jr. games.
Yeah.
JJ from Michigan. I'm just talking about guys I normally wouldn't probably watch.
Mm-hmm.
I would say
you need to go back to college.
Old man said Michael Penix Jr. to me looked.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he the real deal.
He really does.
He the real deal.
But hey, let's move over to the game that's coming up.
He been in college for like 4 years though. He should look like that.
5 or 6.
5, him and Bo Nix, they should look like that because they've been in school for a long time.
Yeah,
Bo Nix is on his 3rd school.
Yeah. He has some injuries and everything else. But hey, when you move to this game here with the Cardinals, this is a team that it's hard to figure out where they at because you just had Kyler Murray come back, and I don't know if they were trying to tank or are they trying to win some games. I mean, but what we need to do to beat this team?
Show up, run the clock, run the ball. I mean, but think about this. They lost to the 49ers at the crib. I mean, well, that's a given, but just even an L is an L. In the last 11 games, I think they're like 2-9. And now you got to come to Chicago, and you got to deal with that with a whole Bears situation, and I'm not saying we're world beaters, but by the same token, and not even comparing us to the 49ers, but y'all have lost all these games, and now you got to come to the Bears, and your whole mind's eye is like, man, in order for us to win, we're going to have to get beat up. We run the clock. We just run some time off the clock. We could just run this ball down their throats and get any type of pass that we want to. But we'll see what happens.
Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something. This roster is bad. The Arizona Cardinals are bad. Out of 11 starters on their defense, 6 of them are undrafted free agents. They are ranked 31st overall in pass defense.
Oh,
which is another interesting thing. The Bears have played 10 out of the 11 bottom teams in pass defense. This is another indictment on Gessie as well as Fields. Out of the bottom 11 teams in the NFL against the pass, the Bears have played 8 of them. And by the end of the season, they're going to have played 10 teams that's ranked in the bottom 10 or the bottom 11 of the NFL in pass defense. And we can't score points. So is it the quarterback? Is it the scheme? Is it the offensive coordinator? But this Cardinals team, there is no way that this team should even be on the same field. I mean, like you said, we're not world beaters, but the rosters are immensely different. Different.
Yeah. You know what's been puzzling, Jay, that now that you say that, is after Fields came back from the injury, other than the Lions game, they just have not been able to score. Now, I'm not saying they were scoring during his injury, but touchdowns have seemed like it have gotten harder and harder to get touchdowns. I don't know what their scores have been. Matter of fact, I would say they have only thrown for 2 touchdowns since his return. He threw the one to Komet in this game, and I think he threw one in the Detroit game to DJ Moore. Almost everything other than that has been field goals. I don't know what has happened since his return that the offense have become. It's funny because it looks like it's running better, right? When you look at it fundamentally, it looks like they're moving the ball. They sometimes getting first downs, but they're not getting any points. I guess to a lot of short stuff that kind of make people feel like they can read the stats. I don't know because it was an indictment last week when Eddie Jackson got the interception. They returned it to the 2, and it took us 8 plays to run the ball to score a touchdown. That's an indictment on the offense.
Yeah. You know what? And you know what? And the realness of it all. I mean, you can't look at it that way. But just as a whole in the league, there's an indictment because when the Eagles lost to Seattle 2017, Seattle only gives up 17 points, and they got the 26th ranked passing defense. Sometimes it's just like that. With us, like you said, with what we have, even with what we had, we should have had a better showing if we had better play calling or whatever. But I just think it's almost like COVID. It's like the league got football COVID, man.
And to me, which is why I've said all season that this is just a bad coaching staff. Because you cannot go into Cleveland. You cannot go into Cleveland against the number 1 ranked defense, score points, and you're up by 10 points against the number 1 ranked defense in the NFL with a shoddy offense, and you can't finish. You can't finish.
You got to finish that, bro. We are the number 1 team in the NFL in losing games by being up 10 points.
Yes. And this is the first time a team
we are the number 1 team in the NFL. That's what I'm saying. You got to finish that. You got to say the whole thing. That's terrible.
And not only that, they're the only team in the NFL history to give up a 10-point lead in 3 games in 1 season. That's an indictment on the coaching staff, man.
Yeah, that's why I disagree with people who say that, some people suggest that, hey, for Justin Fields developing, at least let's keep the language, right? If you change offensive coordinator. But if you're keeping the language, that means you're keeping the playbook. The language is designed for that play scheme that coach is running. But there's nothing that Gessie run that I would like to keep that would help Fields. So I know nobody likes to keep changing offensive coordinator, but hey, if you look at the NFL, that may be one of the problems you're seeing right now on offense. It's too many quarterbacks that look like they're prepared. And I start running down a list. You could run down a list of guys that on a second and third coordinator or head coach, and they have only been in the league 2 to 4 years. I mean, you could go look. It's a bunch of them that's been on there. Jalen Hurts is on his second offensive. Matter of fact, he's on his third. He's on his third because his first one was Doug Peterson.
Yeah.
They changed offensive coordinators this year. This is his third offensive coordinator. I mean, you could go down the list of guys that are on multiple OTs in the NFL. I mean, even if you're talking about Trevor Lawrence is on his second offensive coordinator. He's on his second, just like Fields. His first one was the guy from the coach from former coach of USC. He kind of got Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer was his first offensive coordinator. Right. He got fired within 1 year, and then they brought in Doug Peterson. But that's my point, and it's probably affecting offense. And what you're probably seeing too is what team is actually look good running offensively in the NFL? It's the 49ers. What do the 49ers do? They value the running back position too. They value the running back position. They run the ball down your throat. They're running with their running backs. They're running with Debo Sanders, right? They throw, but most of the teams now want to throw the ball 40, 45. Some of them are getting up to 50 attempts.
Yeah, but you know something though. No, go ahead, bro.
No, you go, man.
I was gonna say that NFL and the fans have gotten too infatuated with quarterback and acting like we ain't seen teams win Super Bowls. We ain't seen systems win Super Bowls. I mean, yeah, we've seen good quarterbacks win Super Bowls, but I mean, Trent Dilfer won a Super Bowl. Brian Johnson won a Super Bowl. Nick Foles won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
There's so many players. Matt Stafford won a Super Bowl. He ain't no Hall of Famer.
See, that's my
So
thing.
can we stop saying that, and just get a system? Get you a system. And two, Bernard and Guy, and we gotta, and Jay, we gotta pay attention to how people need to pay attention to how success has been the new success wave. You looked at RG3, they made him successful by putting him in positions what fit him. You looked at how Buddy out there with the Ravens, he's doing stuff that fits him. You saw when they drafted Joe Burrow out of LSU. They brought that system with him. They didn't say learn my stuff. So you told Luke Getsy to come in here and put his system in, and you didn't tell Luke Getsy, yo, make an offense that fit this team, that fits Justin. You're putting people in positions to do stuff that they cannot do. We've been trying to draft guys to be Pat Mahomes, Peyton Manning, and this and that. No, you're not going to find them because they don't grow on trees. Those are generational talents. Stop looking for them. Find your quarterback that can win.
I'm sorry.
Who's the last
Cardinals? It's surprising that the Cardinals defense is not a good pass rush defense when last year all you could hear Bears fans talk about is Will Anderson. So what happened to that? Jay, what you got, man? I see you got.
No. I was just saying when it comes to quarterbacks and they talk about the generational talents. Who's the last quarterback that was picked number 1 overall to win a Super Bowl?
I forgot. I had that answer too because I looked it up. We looked it up.
Want me to tell you? I can tell you. Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning.
Yeah. He's the last one.
If you go down the last 20 Super Bowls and look who the quarterback is, so as Chris is saying, please just stop throwing away the generational talent thing.
Two things.
Hey, let's get off the quarterback. Let's get to the game.
No,
Man, we're
okay.
almost to the hour. I'm sorry.
I
I'm
got
big
you.
and
Sorry.
stick on that.
I'm sorry.
My bad.
So in this Cleveland game, Cleveland, I'm in the wrong week. With the Cardinals game. So defensively, what do we need to do defensively? Is anything we need to do defensively? I mean, I don't see the Cardinals offense as nothing really to stop. I mean, do we need to do anything?
Nope, the same thing that
Finish
they've been doing. The same thing. Finish. That's it. Finish. They don't. Nothing special because the Cardinals pose no threat. They pose no threat to this team, to at least our defense. They don't pose no threat. And like I say, it's an indictment of the roster, not just because I feel like the Bears are a better team, but the rosters are just better. The rosters are just better.
Arizona is dangerous, and they're dangerous because they're not a great team.
Yeah,
well, that's true. That's true.
So do we expect any changes from the Bears on special teams? Because we brought in a guy to catch the ball because we had a punt returner that couldn't catch the ball. Now we got a guy that actually fumbled the ball twice on punt returns. Do we expect any changes on special teams, or are they just gonna keep it the same?
No. At this point, I just think they really just trying to play out the season. I really think everybody playing for their jobs right now. It was suggested on the radio with people. That's why I say Bears fans are to lose. They say, well, the Bears they need to lose the rest of their game so we can assure ourselves two top 5 picks. You got 53 guys on this roster that's got something to play for. They, even hearing to talk about they should bench Justin Fields for the rest of the year.
That's dumb.
If they trade him, he gonna get hurt, so he won't get hurt. This is not fantasy football. This is the NFL. These guys are playing for their livelihood. So they don't need to change anything. They just need to go out there. Luke Getsy need to put together a good game plan on offense. And Eberflus need to call a good defense like he's been doing for the last couple of weeks. But they just got to finish.
That's what scared me. It ain't
they need to play like a Cardinal team.
Yeah, it ain't the players that I got an issue with. I feel like it's the coaches. I feel like coaches lose this game. It ain't the players, cause them boys been out there playing hard. It's the coaches. We be up, and then you be like, "Dang, why you do that?" Oh, it was a win. Okay, so that he got a better percentage kicking the field goal than anything. So in this game against them, I feel like the defensive players, they're gonna go out there and play crazy. They're gonna get loose. But I'm nervous that Getsy might call a play and have Cristen Jones spine a tight end. Yo, you been getting home the whole game, and you wanna have him spine tight end.
You want to get exotic.
So that's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about our coaches.
Yeah, you gotta keep it. If it's working, keep it simple. You don't have to outsmart yourself. It's just like if it's like when the Bears got on the 1 yard line, right? Just run the ball. Keep it simple, right? Go behind your strength on the offensive line, punch it in. Play like that. You have been harassing the quarterback all day. Now you want to do something exotic. But I do think I want to say defensively, I hope Bears fans are accepting the fact, and I'm saying accepting the fact, that the Bears opposed have made good moves on the defense. This defense is fun to watch. It might have not been fun to watch early. As you've seen these guys develop, this defense is fun to watch. They're getting,
yes, it is.
I mean, they're getting forced fumbles, interceptions, and in last game, a forced interception, right? where you hit the guy so hard, the ball dislodged, and your other guy eating. So, man, I mean, as Bears fans, man, I can't say this enough this season. Enjoy this defense. I think it's going to get better next year. Stop living in last year and let go of those guys that was gone. They're gone.
Yeah.
Our defense is doing a great job. The only reason we ain't won more games at this point is we just are not productive on offense, right? We got multiple reasons why.
We also not finishing on defense
either. We're not finishing on defense. The defense
we're not finished, correct.
And they're fun to watch. They are fun to watch because last week, the first 3 quarters of that game, I mean, if you wasn't enjoying that defense, I don't know. I don't know what you're looking for. You know, Tyree Stevenson with the interception. That was for a rookie. That was a heck of a play. That was a heck of a play.
Get down there, Mooney.
But you know what? maybe it sounds like I'm making excuses, but think about this. Like we talk about the sweat effect. He shows up and within 2 games completely transforms our defense. But my question is, what did our defense look like before he came there? The reason why we losing games is mentally. It's like just say you got a football team, you're going to run an offense. Your offense is kind of okay, but not that good. And all of a sudden, Debo show up with his jacket on. You like, oh, we good. Some reason or another, majority of your season was spent in that kind of mediocrity. You kind of mentally kind of pop back into it, even if you had a personnel. And it's not an indictment or an excuse, but that's just human nature. They were so into almost being at a place where they could be good if they had a pass rush, but they did the best they could. Now you got a pass rush. Sometimes dudes are having brain farts. You can say they professionals, but that's just life, man. I like to see.
You know what, guy too, and he know how to rush the pass, right? You can watch guys who actually beat guys off the ball, and they'll run pass, right? They'll run.
He's
pass
a savant.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna give an example of that is Leonard Floyd when he was here. Leonard Floyd ran past so many sacks. He just ran past it. When he got with the Rams, he actually, to me, learned how at least to rush the passer and not just pass rush. But that makes sense. He was a pass rusher that didn't know how to get
pass
the
rush.
sack.
He was a pass rusher that didn't know the pass rush.
Yeah.
You know something.
What happens is you just can't run up the field and think that you're going to get a sack. Montez Sweat is a professional pass rusher. He is. Time to learn that. He's a professional pass rusher.
He is, and Flu's been putting them in good positions to be in one-on-one situations so they can't double him. So that brings me back to I give him credit, but then I gotta like, bro, what was you doing in the first 5 weeks of the season when you saw our defense and Allen Williams was struggling? Why you didn't just demote him and you get in the car and get our defense going? Because as soon as he got in the car, our defense started knowing what they're supposed to do. They start knowing their keys, and it could have been the effect of, the CEO, he calling plays, so now I got to get my stuff together because now I don't got no excuses because now he ain't being the whole CEO of everything. He coaching us. So I don't understand that, because if any one of y'all was head coaches, y'all would have done things totally different. Y'all would have been like, after the second game, I need to get in the car and call plays. Getsy, you ain't doing this right. Okay, we're going to demote you. Janoko, let's see what you got. Y'all would have been trying to make adjustments. I don't see no adjustments. The only adjustment that was made was HR came and fired these dudes. And he had the coach. And he had the coach. That was it. So I don't know.
Yeah, hey, we moving to.
Hey, don't hold me. I'm a ventriloquist, y'all. I'm a ventriloquist.
Yeah, that guy got throwing his voice. Hey, anybody got 2 for 2? 2 for 2 is your top 2 teams and the bottom 2 teams. What you got, Jay?
My bottom 2 teams are the Patriots and the Panthers, respectively. And my top 2 is I want them San Francisco and Baltimore, and y'all can put those either way. San Francisco and Baltimore.
Man, Jay, we line up totally the same thing. My top 2 are the 49ers and the Ravens going into this week.
Yeah. And
I actually have the Pats and the Panthers. I think I hit the Pats and the Panthers last week as well.
Yeah, you did.
What you got, guy, as far as your 2 for 2?
I'm going with the same thing, but just to be different, my other bottom team is Cardinals. I'll go with the Cardinals and doggone West Virginia, Carolina Panthers. But,
okay. Hey, what about you, Christian? Who your 2 for 2?
What y'all? The other 2 teams I picked to go to the Super Bowl. So
okay,
that's my 2 top teams. They decent.
Okay, who's your bottom 2 teams for the week?
The same
2. Okay.
The Panthers, the Panthers, and I mean they're terrible. I mean the Panthers that's a terrible roster, and they don't got no first round draft pick, so they're gonna be terrible next year.
They sure don't.
Hey, do y'all got a game of the week this week? I'm gonna look to see who's playing this week. I didn't get a chance to look.
Yeah,
Bigger man's right there. I got the Cowboys and the Dolphins. That's gonna be my game of the week.
That's probably everybody's game of the week there. Shoot.
No, not
Yeah.
now. It's another game that I'm looking at.
Jay, you got the Ravens and the 49ers. That's who playing the two top teams.
That is the Ravens and the 49ers. I was gonna say, no,
When they
somebody
play?
else playing. Is that
When they play?
Sunday?
Is that Sunday night or Monday?
No, they
think
playing on Christmas night.
Oh, they are.
Yes.
Oh,
Monday
that's
night.
gonna be
Monday
a
night.
nice game.
Yes,
That's gonna be a nice game. Ain't
Monday
nobody
night.
hurt
That's the
either. Ooh, ain't nobody
Yeah.
hurt either.
Yes,
That's gonna be a
yes.
nice game.
Yes, Sunday
That's
night.
gonna be a nice game.
You got a
Yeah,
game
that's
of the
gonna
week?
be.
But just for the difference, because you know what everybody say, I'm on that bandwagon. I was thinking the same thing as you guys. I'm going with Cincy and Pitt because I want to see if Tomlin wins or loses, is he going to have a job at the end of the season?
Yeah,
I think he got it there.
yeah.
Hey, you know what? Real quick before Christian, we ask you what's your game of the week. Hey, Bears Banner Channel actually launched a new podcast called Chaka. I kept saying Shaka during the show, but Chaka and Baba. Look it up. It's just gonna be on the channel. I'm not gonna be on the show. It's on it today. But anyway, it's a Pittsburgh Steelers show, and they just did a premiere show. They're really gonna launch it next year, but they did like an intro show, and they're talking about Tomlin. So I think Bears fans are gonna find it interesting on how Steelers fans view Tomlin versus how we view Tomlin.
We feel, yeah.
Yep. Hey, what you got, Christian? Who's your game of the week?
I'm with Jay. I'm gonna be at home. I'm gonna make sure I don't miss that game. That's gonna be a nice game. That's gonna be a game. Yeah, you hear me? What?
And like I said, that's the nightcap too. That's the nightcap. So Christmas is pretty much over. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just sit back and ate, and you can just sit back and relax and enjoy.
And you know what's you know what's crazy? Beckham ain't the same, but Buddy been over there making a little noise though. He been over there. He ain't the same. He ain't the same through all them injuries, but he been getting open though. And Lamar been finding him. He been getting open. Lamar been finding him. That catch that he made last week, ooh, that was nice. Yeah, I gotta watch that game.
Yeah.
Brock, I think they might get to Brock. I think they might get to Brock Purdy though. I think they might get to him. I think they might.
I don't know. I don't know.
I think
man. San Francisco.
That Ravens defense is nasty though.
That Ravens defense. Let me tell y'all something. Man, that's San Francisco 49ers offense, man. When you got when you got Purdy, Debo, and McCaffrey, and all in the starting lineup, they have lost the game. They have lost the game. They have not lost the game. So Trent Williams, if anybody want to learn, let me tell y'all, if anybody want to learn what a left tackle is supposed to look like, if you watch this game, just watch Trent Williams. That's all.
Jay, that ain't fair. That man is an alien, bro. We ain't never seen no left tackle like that, though. That man an alien, bro. That's a lot of pressure, bro. That man an alien, bro.
If you want to see left tackle play, watch Trent Williams. That's what left tackle.
Yeah, I think Christian was. I thought he was referring to that they may give Brock Purdy. I thought he was talking about the MVP. I thought that's what you was referring to. Where you talking about the Ravens was?
No, he said the Ravens gonna get.
Oh, the Ravens. Okay, got you.
Yeah, I think they might get. I think they might get to him. That Ravens defense kind of nasty though. That Ravens defense nasty.
It is, but I'm gonna tell y'all.
You right though. They do got the greatest left tackle to ever play.
Yeah.
The 49ers are the best team.
When I watched them, man, they secondary looks suspect to me at times.
Who the Ravens?
The Ravens. They got a good pass.
Yeah.
But I think they back 7.
Yeah, that's their weak link.
Anytime you can get pressure with your front 4, your back 7 can be a little suspect.
Right.
Yeah.
If your front 4 getting pressure, And then they bring 3 sometimes. I mean they bring 5 sometimes with one linebacker. If they get pressure, your secondary can look suspect because they don't have any world beaters back there. They really don't.
Yeah. That's the flaw you have to worry about in a game like this, right? Because you got some dogs like Deebo Sanders coming at you, and if you don't get to the quarterback, you may have a long day back there in the secondary.
He don't concern me as much. Not to be disrespectful, it'd be Kittles. Kittles for real is the one, because when you get a good tight end, it's good night for real. Like you can stop you can do some stuff to like really put wide receivers.
No, you can't. Not to Debo, you can't. If you get the ball in Debo's hands, he's
because he be running the ball too. But I still Kittle's still like he still scared me though.
I've never seen a wide receiver. I've never seen a wide receiver would run after the catch. The run after the catch mentality that Deebo Samuel has.
That's true.
Once the ball is in his hands, it's almost like he turns into like a madman.
That's true.
What you say about my mama?
Right. That's exactly.
But you can. Only reason why I say that, Jay, is because you played that position. It's easier for you to bracket a wide receiver than it is a tight end. That junk hard. It's hard to get somebody to cover a tight end. But you're right though. Deebo is a running back playing wide receiver. I ain't gonna even try to argue that. That nigga is cold.
Oh, Christian, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but hey, I see we kind of going for time. Let's get these predictions in.
Oh,
we hadn't even did the predictions.
Bears 27.
We want to go first.
Bears 27, Cardinals 14.
27.
Yeah, I was gonna go like
14, 27.
I don't know.
Yep.
What you got, Christian? You said you was about to go?
I say, I'm gonna say they score 9 points, 27. Cardinals get 9, Bears 27.
Okay. Guy, what you have?
30-21 Bears.
Okay. Arizona. Man, I'm gonna go 20-13 Bears. So we got Jay got the Bears 27-14. I got the Bears 20-13. Oh, that's the year 2013. Christian got the Bears 27-9. Guy had the Bears 30-21. And I said for Plank, Plank got the Bears 2-0. No, he didn't say that. Hey, make sure you just hold on, Mo Man has the Bears winning 29-18. Man, I talked to Mo Man last night, Jay. He said,
Mo, you really think they're gonna score 18 points? What's so hard?
Yeah. You said you talked to Mo Man last night. You said what?
He said when we gonna do the show? I said, man, you know what? I'm gonna have to pick a date. And we gonna have to
but you know what? Oh, that's next week. I was gonna say maybe we could do something for the for the bowl championship, but that's next week. I'm so busy next week. I'm so busy next week. So yeah, we're gonna have to wait, but we're gonna get it in though. We're gonna get it in. We definitely gonna get it in.
I love Mo, that's my bro, but he already know Michigan don't stand a chance. They don't. They did them bogus. There
you go.
Mo, I love you, bro. Hey, bro. Mo, you my dude, but Michigan, they don't stand a chance.
As a matter of fact, now I'm like, do we need to do a show? Because, man, I said if they let Alabama in this thing, ooh, baby boy.
You already know, man. Hey, Jay, when the last time a Big Ten team beat a SEC team? For real.
It's been a long time.
And right.
And the thing about it is this Alabama version right now ain't the same Alabama version that started the season. So it's
but it's still saving though.
It's like they kind of ramped up and saved all their good stuff and got better and better as the season went on. And old buddy boy, I ain't gonna. I'm not one of those people that say I never root for Michigan because I love Ohio State, but I love the Big Ten, and I really don't like Alabama. But old buddy boy,
I don't like Alabama either. I went to school in Alabama, so I don't like Roll Tide because they used to get on my nerve when I was in school. But man, I ain't seen. I want to say when Jim Tressel was in Ohio State. That's the last time I can remember a Big Ten team beating an SEC school.
SEC team.
Yeah.
Man, Alabama gonna roll right through Big Ten. I love, bro, you my dude, Mo, but Alabama gonna beat the crap out of them.
Hey, let's just ready to close out for the night. I know we're getting a little long for the show. Hey, y'all got any closing remarks before we close out? You know, because this is gonna be a late game. It's 3:25 on Sunday, so we'll probably be around 6:30.
I was gonna say that's the only thing I hate. I gotta be at Soldier Field at 3:25 on Christmas Eve, man. And this ain't that they're not even. It's no playoff contention. I was just hoping they was gonna flex this game to a noon game, but it's 3:25 on Christmas Eve. That's just not bad. And if anybody want to go to the game? Anybody want to go to the game, y'all? Whoever watching, they selling tickets for $25.
Yeah, you better get on
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Bears banner.
And it's gonna be 50. And it's gonna be 50 degrees Sunday, so it ain't gonna be cold.
Okay. Hey, so thank everybody for tuning in to Bears Banner. If you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, please hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to Bears Banner. Hey, and turn on the notification button so you can get notified every time we drop new material. We're up to 703 in subscribers, and the next goal is 800. Until Sunday.
Yes, peace, y'all.
Thank you.